Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers here for another terrific Tuesday video. And today I'm going to share with you a cute little treat box or bag that I made as a little gift that I gave all of my attendees that came to my scrapbook retreat this past weekend. And isn't it adorable? And inside of this cute little bag was a bolt of ribbon that they used on their make and takes. But this bag is pretty spacious. You can see that you could actually fit all kinds of stuff in there. You could put candy in there or other little trinkety type stuff and use it as a little gift bag to give for graduation with a gift card in there, anything like that. And I did this pretty simple. I did not even decorate the front of it. I thought with this long ribbon on here, this kind of was decoration enough that I didn't really need to add anything to it. But if you really wanted to, you could also add some embellishments to this bag and really doll it up kind of cute. So I used, this paper that I used for my weekend retreat was the Naturally Eclectic from the Oh So Eclectic bundle that is currently in our Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. This paper is going away. So I'm going to be showcasing this bag for you today using a piece of the Designer Series paper from the Share What You Love bundle. So I'm going to be using this pretty paper right here. It's got some stripes on the back. Now, one thing you're going to want to be really careful of when you're cutting your Designer Series paper, so the neat thing with this bag is this bag you need a 6x12 piece of paper. So it's literally a piece of 12x12 cardstock cut in half. But you need to be very careful with what way you cut it because my bag is going to be running this way, and if I had to cut the paper the wrong way, my flowers would have been going off to the side. So you got to kind of be a little bit careful when you're cutting certain papers to make sure that you don't cut it the wrong way and have your bag go sideways. So with that, I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and I'm going to show you these measurements that I did on this card. Let me make sure I bring this down so you guys can all see it. So again, this piece of Designer Series paper is cut 6x12, and then I'm going to be scoring on the long side, which is the side right here. I'm going to be scoring this at 4. Let me pull this out because I will need that. So I'm going to be scoring this at 4. And then again at 5 3/4, and then again at 9 3/4, and my final score mark is going to be at 11 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this on the short side, and I am going to, and again, you have to be careful which way you want your bag. So I'm going to be scoring it this way so that my bag will be going upward, and I'm going to score this on the short side at 1 3/4. So let me get this 1 3/4, and I'm going to score there again. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and move this paper trimmer out of my way. I no longer need to use that. And sometimes when you're working with paper that's a little bit busy on one side, it's easier to see your score lines on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking a pair of paper snips and I'm going to be cutting up on all of those score lines that I just created. And I'm going to be doing that from the back side. Actually, let me fold these first so you guys can see them a little bit better. I want to make sure you guys are able to see this for purposes of being able to recreate this project. And I want the pretty flower papered pattern. So I folded that the wrong way, actually. I want the pretty paper flowers to be my outside of this bag. So I need to make sure that when I'm folding this, that I am folding it the right way. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting up on these lines all the way from the bottom here up to this score line that I created at the 1 3/4 inch line mark. So I'm just going to cut up on this to there, and the same thing here. And on this one, and my final one is going to be this end right here, and I'm going to actually cut this little piece right off. We do not need that on there at all. Okay, so you can kind of see how my bag is going to be coming together. I'm going to basically put this all together and have a cute little bag. So with that, let me add my adhesive where it needs to be. I want to be able to show you guys again how quick and simple this kind of is going to be going together. Can you kind of see that? So I'm going to be adding some adhesive to that. So let me get that added here. I have to remember which ones need the adhesives. So I'm still using some Fast Fuse. Now, tear and tape might be your adhesive of choice. if you don't have the fast fuse, because I know Stampin' Up! No longer is going to be carrying it. So you may need to get some tear and tape. Tear and tape will work the exact same way as the fast fuse does. And again, I'm just pushing this right on up to make this cute little box. And then what I want to do is I want to adhere this to that. Okay, so I'm going to also put some fast fuse on this. And I probably should have done that first. Bear with me here, guys. And I want this to line up perfect. It's harder to do this standing up than I would have thought it was. Okay, so there we have our cute little basket, or sorry, keep calling it everything but what it is. It's actually a bag. It's not a box. It's not a basket. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and push that down really good so that's a really good stick there. Isn't that bag pretty? So now if I would have scored on the wrong part, I would have had my bag upside down. So you want to be careful when you score that 1 3/4 that you score it up from the bottom part of where your bag is going to be. From there, I'm just going to pinch this shut like you would if you were putting together like a milk carton. And then what I did, and I'm going to kind of fold this, and this paper is good and thick, so you got to kind of make sure you help it along a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my punch to create some holes in this bag. And I am just going to punch a hole here. And I'm going to eyeball it up. Oops, I did the wrong size. I need the bigger size. Bear with me. So I'm just going to go right on top of that again. Punch there. And I'm going to come onto this other side. So I mentioned my retreat a little bit, but I do quarterly retreats in my house, in my basement, and I have about 12 ladies that I can accommodate, and we have so much fun when we do them, and I give them cute little gifts throughout the day, and this is one of the cute little gifts that they got, and they really loved it. So here I'm going to be using some of our Rich Razzleberry, the velvet ribbon. This goes with this product bundle. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this through, and sometimes you may have to cut the ribbon at an angle to be able to get a little bit of a point there to kind of help you guide that ribbon through there. And I am just going to make sure I have enough to tie it on the front. So I'm going to cut it right about here. And because this paper is so pretty, I am not going to do anything with the little bag either. I'm going to leave it just plain. Now, if you were doing a graduation or a birthday, you could easily put, you know, a little graduation wish on the front of this, or you could do a little happy birthday wish on the front. But I'm going to choose not to do that because I want it to just be kind of cutesy all by itself. Now, if you don't want to tie it in a bow, which I'm going to attempt to, but if you don't want to tie it in a bow, you could also just tie it in a little knot and have it be like a little knot at the top. But you don't want to tie it too tight because you want them to kind of be able to get into it. It's not the best bow, but you kind of get the gist of it. And then all you would do is put your stuff inside of there, and then they would open it up, and voila. Isn't that adorable? A cute little bag. What I like about this size bag is there's no waste. You can get 2 bags out of a piece of designer series paper, and you have absolutely no waste. And it's a cute little bag to make in a pinch when you're invited somewhere and you want to go a little bit above and beyond and don't really have anything to do. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this cute little video today on how to put together and make this cute little mini tree bag, and I hope that you have fun making them. I encourage you to also join my mailing list at kimsbasementbunch.com. I provide free tutorials every Friday and a weekly newsletter, and I'd love to have you join that list. Have a great day, and we'll see you all back next week. Bye.